Hello to you and welcome to Adelante Chicago. I'm Lourdes Duarte. Thank you so much for joining us today. Bienvenidos. Let's begin talking business, big business, schemes to talk you out of money, in some cases thousands of dollars, predatory practices raising a red flag for both police and a number of groups that want to warn you about what's happening. Pastor Emma Lozano with Familia Unida Sin Fronteras is joining us now with a look at how to avoid becoming a victim. You've got some great tips as well. Nice to have you here.
Thank you so much. Give me the opportunity. Like right now, a lot of people are renewing, getting into these programs, and maybe if they see this show, they'll think twice before they fall into the same trap.
All right, let's get to it. So the number one reason why they are targeting Latinos is what? Why are we victims?
We're victims because, first of all, we don't complain. They're sure that we're not going to complain, and that's what we have to learn how to do. When we're victims of fraud, we have to bring it forward, and those allegations should be investigated, and those people who committed the fraud should be brought to justice.
But pyramid schemes, though, are nothing new. I mean, they've been around certainly for the last 10 years. I've known of them. So what's new this time around? Why are we focusing so much attention on them?
Well, we're focusing attention because they are targeting the Latino community, because they figure because we don't know the English language that well, we don't know where to go if we are victims of the
Are there
practices.
more incidents, though, do you feel
There's
like?
more and more incidents. We have at least 22 that have already brought their cases to the Attorney General here in the state of Illinois.
22 in Illinois.
Yes, that I know of personally, that have brought these allegations to the Attorney General's office. So they're under investigation. The Federal Trade Commission is looking at this very closely because people have lost thousands and thousands of dollars, and we know the people. They're in our churches. They've come to us first, and then we've been able to take them through the steps, hand-holding them through the process so they could make the complaints.
Yeah. And I see some of the tips that you've got here.
Right.
And some of them, you look at these and they seem very basic, that most people, if you stop to think about it, you probably would say, yeah, that's not a good idea. But yet we are falling victim to all of this. So let's go through them one more time.
Yeah.
The first one is emphasis on recruiting. If somebody comes to you and they're telling you recruit your friends, your coworkers, get them to be a part of this, that should be a red flag.
That's a red flag. And then if they want to ask you, in order to join, you have to pay a fee, that's another red flag. Because it should be based on a product. It should be a good product that you should be able to sell, and you should be able to get your revenue from there, you're compensated from that, and not by recruiting other people to have to pay an entrance fee and to get started or be part of a program.
Okay. Next on the list, promises of high returns in short time periods. So you're getting money quick.
Yeah, they tell you you're going to make double your money in this amount of time. And the truth is 90% of these people who go into business, they fail in the first year, and they're not telling us that. So if somebody told you you have a 90% or more than 90% chance to fail, you would probably not go into this business, but they're not telling you that. They're telling you about the 10% that's making enormous money because they're getting it from all the pyramid, because they're at the top and they're getting the commission at the top.
How are they advertising these pyramid schemes? Is a lot of it through social media, just word of mouth?
Well, they're advertising it because they go and they get people that are very famous to wear, like if they're a soccer player, to wear their jerseys and stuff like that. They look like they're in very, very healthy people, or they're very beautiful, very thin, and they tell you if you take this product and you sell this product, you'll be involved in this, you're going to look like this, and you're going to have this amount of money. And they even tell them, look at how much you're making. You could make 20 times that. And they convince you, but they're selling you a dream that's never going to come through.
Smoke and mirrors.
It really is. It's
Smoke
a nightmare.
Okay, third on the list, easy money or passive income, which is kind of what you were referring to just now. So let's move on to number 4 on the list, buy-in required, meaning you give us some money and you will get double that in return.
Right. And then to recruit other people to give the money, because then you're getting compensated by other recruits and not because of a product or a service. So if there's not a really good product or a service that's being sold, then you should be very wary if it's about recruitment and just getting other people to buy into the program.
Okay, number 5, complex commission structures.
If you don't understand it, if there's a point system and it's very complicated, in order for you to understand where you're going to get compensated from, it's probably a pyramid scheme. It should be very simple. If you sell this product, you're going to get 30% of what you get from that product. If not, if it's very complicated, then you know that it's probably a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, we're smart people. If we've got a question, it means something's
like
not on the up and up or not
Where
right.
does the check come from and from where?
Who signs my check? If they don't know that, that should be a red flag. Okay, number 6 on the list, no genuine products or service.
Right. If there's no product and there's no service, then it's just a scheme to get people to buy into a program and pay into it.
There's no products or no service, so then what are you selling?
What are you selling, right? If you're not going to sell the product, you're just getting other people to buy in to a program, and then people can't sell the product, then it's a pyramid scheme.
And that falls in line with the last one on the list, no demonstrated revenue from retail sales.
Yeah, like if you don't have a product and you don't see people coming back and reordering a product or something like that, then you know that it's a scheme. You know, you need to have a product or a service that you're selling, and then from that revenue, from selling the product, is where your commission should come from.
You said that there have been 22 cases, I believe you said was the number you quoted, here in Illinois just recently. Any anecdotes, anything that you can share with us about these individuals who were victims to some of these pyramid schemes? What happened in those cases?
Well, in many cases, they opened up like a little storefront, and they were told that they were going to make a lot of money, but they had to invest first. So they invested, and they opened up a place, they bought furniture, then they bought a tremendous amount of product that they couldn't sell. They saturate a community because it's unlimited, the levels. There should be no more than 2 or 3 levels. If it's unlimited, after like 12 levels, that's the whole world. Why would you need unlimited levels, right? So therefore, they saturate a community, so you would not put a church or a storefront store that you're selling groceries right in a neighborhood where there's one in every single corner, or 14 on a block. So why would you saturate a community? That's also a recipe for failure. So they do that, and then just the targeting of our particular community because of the language, because they may be undocumented and they're afraid to drive because they don't have a license. So they're more vulnerable because they're trying to get in a legitimate business where they won't be caught doing something they shouldn't do and get deported. So they become prey.
Yeah, is there anything on the law enforcement side, or do you feel like they are paying enough attention to this to resolve some of these issues?
Well, the Federal Trade Commission is investigating some of these schemes. And that's what's been brought to light, and there's a lot of lobbying going around, and these big corporations are trying to keep people quiet. I wish I could just say the names out right now, but that would probably not be a good idea.
That might get you in trouble.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that they are under investigation, and we're really pushing for people that have been victims of fraud to come out and tell us about it, to call us, and then we'll help them through the process so that you can make the complaint. You should make the complaint, and then there should be the authorities should investigate it, and the legitimate ones that did fraud should be punished.
Okay. So if someone has a complaint, what's the best number to call? Who do they contact?
Well, first of all, if they want to talk to somebody like myself and my church or something like that, I'll give out my own personal information, which is 773-847-7282, and we'll have you come in, we'll look over your case, and we'll help you fill out the forms so that we can go to the Attorney General. The Attorney General right now has at least over 20 cases that they're looking into now that we've been able to bring forward, and we want to continue to help our community to do so. Don't be frightened. If you have, you're a victim of fraud, come out, tell us. We will walk you through the process. We need these people punished so that they don't continue to be prey and take your money. We have people, thousands and thousands of dollars have been taken from them.
Emma Lozano, always nice to talk to you. Thank you for these great tips.
Thank you.
See you again next time.